Good morning, Magic Players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to the channel here today on this fine Tuesday to do what we do on most fine Tuesdays, and that is... Oh my god, I choked on it. I choked on the intro. Oh, that's funny. As I was saying, it's time for DOLLARAMA Draws of Destiny! 4 packs of Destiny for you guys today. Gonna keep it pretty simple, pretty light. I didn't really feel like ripping too much today, to be honest, just yet. I honestly was hoping to actually go home and do it, but I, again, have my dad chilling at home, and there's no guarantee that I'll be able to record, so I just figured I don't want you guys missing out. I will just do it in the car. Hopefully, I can get enough space on my phone that I can actually add a bit of Kaiba stuff to this too, and then maybe put like a break in the middle or something for you guys so that you can get some awesome pugginess in here as well, since we are missing out again. And I will admit, that makes me a little sad. I really do like having the pug with me, but I can't really go home and pick him up and then go for a small drive just to do this, because it'll bug Kaiba, and my dad will get really suspicious. Anyways, here we go. First pack. Ooh, Emerald Dragonfly. 1995! Woo! First card's an old card, guys! I love it when we get old cards. It is a 1 in a green for a 1/1 with flying, and if you pay 2 green, you can also give it First Strike. And it's got really cute artwork. Flittering, wheeling, darting into strike, and then gone just as you blink. Dragonfly Haiku. Flittering, wheeling, darting into strike, and then gone just as you blink. Okay, I got it. Very cool. I like that one. Ooh, Unraveling Mummy. 1 a white and a black for a 2/3. Pay 1 and a white, target attacking zombie gains lifelink. Or pay 1 and a black, target attacking zombie gets death touch. Very cool. That would actually go really well into my one zombie-based deck, I think. Crafty Octopus is clearly a unset card. When this creature enters the battlefield, this creature assembles a contraption. So you either put this one on the left side or the right side, and another card on the other side to get the dual effect. First lame card of the day, because we can't use those very much, and I really wouldn't want to anyways. Counter target creature or planeswalker spell and create a blood token. Siphon Essence isn't bad. A little expensive, but not bad. Dagger Maw Megalodon. 4 and 2 blue for a 5/7 with vigilance and island cycling. Nice. That's from the Dustmourne series. Cool. Starlit Soothsayer. 2 and a black for a 2/2. Flying at the beginning of your end step. If you gained or lost life this turn, surveil 1. Nice. That one's from Bloomburrow. Pulling some cool cards today. I think the Grasshopper is still my favorite, though. That is really cute. The Mummy is awesome, don't get me wrong, but the Grasshopper is just so cute. Cynical Loner. 1 and a black for a 3/1. Can't be blocked by Glimmers. Survival at the beginning of your second main phase. If this thing is tapped, you may search your library for a card and put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. Interesting. Tutoring to the Graveyard. That's neat. Swamp as land. Tenacious Underdog. 1 and a black for a 3/2 with Blitz. 2 and 2 black. Plus pay 2 life. If you cast it for its Blitz cost, it gets haste, but then you have to sacrifice it at the end of your turn. And when it dies, you get to draw a card. And if you cast this thing from your graveyard, you can do so using its Blitz ability. Okay. Not my favorite, and I do have a couple of copies of him already. Corruption of Tawashi. Ooh, it's a hollow. 4 and a blue for an enchantment that says when it enters the battlefield, incubate 4. Interesting. So you're going to make a Phyrexian incubator token, and then you can transform it into an actual Phyrexian artifact creature if you pay 2. And when a permanent you control transforms, or a permanent enters the battlefield under your control transformed, You may draw a card, but only once per turn. Yeah, okay. Blot out. 2 and a black. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. Interesting. Sunspear Shikari. 1 and a white. As long as this thing is equipped, it has first strike and lifelink. Ooh. Excuse me. Shambleback. 1 black. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. Put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. Coastal Tower. Enters the battlefield tapped. Gives you a white or a blue. It's the first time I've ever seen that, actually. I think. I don't think I've ever pulled one of those before. It's very beautiful. And an Academy Wall. Classic card for sure. This pack was pretty cool. That was a solid first pack, guys. I think I'm going to leave the Dragonfly up. I can't really do that very well in the car. But the Dragonfly is definitely the card of the day so far. We'll see if pack number 2 goes better than that. Maybe it gives us something else. Maybe we get our first legendary of the day. Hopefully. Only time will tell. I honestly have lost track of the legendary streak that we have going currently, so I couldn't tell you how many days or how many weeks we pulled a legendary this time around, but I'm hoping for it to be decent. Haunted Mire, Swamp Forest, and it enters tapped. I love it. Beautiful artwork first off, and second off, it's always great when you pull one of these because they're searchable. So, fantastic land. Great start. Thriving Isle, a lot less so. I hate those lands, so that one's going back. Disembowel, 3 and 2 black. For an unset card. Destroy target creature if its controller and its controller loses 1 life for each vowel in its name. That's unique. Ooh, there we go. Speaking of our first legendary of the day, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Brynlin the Moon Kraken. 6 and 2 blue for 6/8. When this thing enters the battlefield and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 6 or greater, you can return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. And it has partner. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I can make such a cool deck with blue and something using partner. I love it. That is our first legendary of the day, and it is a huge one. I am happy with that. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. 2. Enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose a life. Pay 2 and a black, sacrifice it, draw a card and lose a life. Okay. Not terrible. Cloud of Fairies. Classic. Flying when it enters the battlefield, untap 2 lands. So basically you can pay for it with 2 and then untap 2. Or if you have 1 land that can count as 2, you can tap with that, and then you see what I mean. It's a good card. It's a good card. Conifer Strider, 3 and a green for a 5/1 with hexproof. Why you gotta be a 5/1? Everybody knows I hate a small butt. G2 Lava Runner, 1 red for a 1/2 human wizard. As long as there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, this thing gets +1/+0 and has haste. Okay. It's not bad. Ooh, Martial Coup. Now that's a good hit, guys. Create X/1/1 white soldier creature tokens. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. That is a huge one. This pack is definitely giving us some good destiny. Haunted Mire, Brynlin, and now Martial Coup. Triplicate Spirits. 4 and 2 white. Convoke. Create 3/1 white spirit creature tokens. No thanks. Ooh, Mire Shade. Another old card! Nice! 1 and a black for a 1/1 summon Shade. Pay black, sacrifice a swamp, put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. Interesting. Because you're old school, you're still going to the front with all the other cool... Ooh, Vampire Nighthawk. This is a pack, guys. This is a pack of destiny. Raise the Alarm. 1 and a white. Oh, this one, by the way, has flying, death touch, and lifelink. That's why I love it. It's a 2/3 for 1 and 2 black. And I am always happy to pull extra copies of this so that I can put them into all my black decks. Because that is one of the best... in my opinion, that is one of the best cards vampire-wise ever. Now, I believe they've made one that is slightly better than this in the Dragons of Tarkir set. But I can't remember what it was called. And I still like the Nighthawk. I love the artwork on it. It's always been one of my favorites. So raise the alarm, 1 and a white. Put 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. Yeah, okay. It's not terrible. That is terrible. And we end with, Caustic Caterpillar. 1 green for a 1/1. Pay 1 and a green. Sacrifice it. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. It's not my favorite one to do that, but it's not terrible. That was one hell of a pack, though. Nighthawk, Coup, Brinelin, Raise the Alarm, Mire Shade, Haunted Mire. That is solid Destiny, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Martial Coup is probably the card of the day, but I really like the Kraken. I'm really happy with that Kraken. 2 packs down, 2 packs to go. I want to get this done in one clip, hopefully, so it doesn't end up having to go up in 2 parts like my darn deck review did last weekend for you guys, unfortunately. Sadly, I just don't have a lot of memory space on my phone right now because, like I say, I made that huge video on Sunday for the celebration. By the way, we're almost up to 150 subscribers now. Thank you so much for joining the channel. We are really happy to have you on board. Kaiba is super stoked that you guys are loving his videos as much as you are, so please keep tuning in. 1 and a red for Spitting Earth, which deals damage equal to the number of Nice! I wanted an extra copy of this. Sick card. Vizier of the Anointed. 3 and a blue for a 2/4. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with Eternalize or Embalm and put that card into your graveyard and then shuffle. Whenever you activate an Eternalize or Embalm ability, draw a card. Not something I'm typically playing a lot of, so that's okay. Oh, it's an unset. It's very cool looking, though. Erase, not the Urza's Legacy one. 2 and a white. If you control 2 or more white permanents that share an artist, you may play Erase, not the Urza Legacy one, without paying its mana cost. Remove target enchantment from the game. Interesting. I mean, I really like it. It's just unfortunate you can't play it unless somebody says it's okay. Ooh. Technically can count as a commander now. Adrestia. 3 for 4/3 Island Walk. Sick. Whenever this thing attacks, if an assassin crewed it this turn, draw a card. It becomes an assassin in addition to its other types. Until end of turn, crew 1. I do not have very many assassins, so I will not be able to build an assassin-based deck using this yet, but that is pretty cool. The downside is it's colorless, so I mean, if you made it your commander, you wouldn't be able to use anything with any colors. But that is our second legendary of the day. Ooh. Tombbound Lich. That's a new one for me. 1 blue, black, 1/3, Death Touch, Lifelink. Always a fun combination. And when it enters the battlefield, it deals combat damage to a player. Draw a card, then discard a card. We have a wasp. 1 second. Stay out of my car, wasp. That is actually a huge hit for me. I love that card. It's going directly into my zombie deck probably when I upgrade that really soon. Voice of Many. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for each opponent who controls fewer creatures than you do. Okay. It's not bad. Knight of Old Benalia. Suspend 5. Pay white rather than pay 3 and 2 white. For 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Yeah, that's okay. Swamp. Classic Swamp. Always such a funny guy. Archivist of Gondor. When your commander deals combat damage to a player, if there is no monarch, you become the monarch. Nice. And at the beginning of the monarch's end step, that player draws a card. I love this guy. I am happy to have a second copy of this, finally. It is fantastic. Destiny, ooh, Naughtville Recluse. It is a little damaged at the top, unfortunately. I don't know whether you guys can see that on the camera very well. That is unfortunate, but I mean, it is a hollow, and it is one of my favorite spiders. I know 4/2, I'm not a fan of the small butts. I know. But it is a 2 and a green for a reach creature. It's not bad. In green, you're not getting a lot of reach creatures, and it's a spider, so I do love spiders. Ooh, in Bolas's Clutches. 4 and 2 blue for a legendary enchantment. Enchant permanent, you control enchanted Whoa! An enchanted permanent is legendary. Ooh! I like this a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Ball Divine Berserker, 2 and a red for a 1/3 with Enlist. So when it attacks, you can tap another creature that's not attacking and give that creature's power to this. And when it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Lava Step Raider, 1 red for a Goblin Warrior, 1/2, and 2 and a red gives it +2/+0 until end of turn. Not terrible. Staggering Insight. White and blue enchant creature, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink, and when it deals combat damage to a player, draw. That's spiffy. And Soaring Drake, 2 and a blue for a 2/3 with flying. Yeah, okay. Another amazing pack, guys. Look at this. Look at this. What are we doing here, guys? We are pulling hit after hit today. These packs are fire. I don't want to jinx the last pack, but I mean, my God, fire! Woo woo! Even if you suck, I will still be super happy with this video. But I have faith in you. And you will give us something cool to finish this video off. I believe in you. Come on, Destiny, don't let me down. Last pack to go. Let's see something cool to end this video. Video. Rollick of Abandon. 3 and 2 red. All creatures get +2/-2 until end of turn. I mean, that's a great way to get rid of a whole bunch of tokens off the board, probably, but chances are that might hurt you more than it hurts anybody else. Ooh, Witch Hunter. Old school card, 95. Woo! 2 and 2 white for a 1/1. Tap it. It deals 1 damage to target player. Pay 1 and 2 white. Tap it. Return target creature any opponent controls to its hand. Owner's hand. I like it. It's a little expensive to get it on the board. That is a really cool card. Shortcut to Mushrooms, always a nice one to pull. More so for the +1/+1 that you get, +1/+1 counter that you get each turn, assuming a permanent left the field. And if you're playing Shortcut to Mushrooms, there's a good chance that you're in green. Well, obviously you're in green, but there's a good chance that you're playing with tokens, possibly. And tokens are easy to sacrifice, especially foods or treasures, so not a bad card. Rebel Maca is not one of my favorites. 3 and a red for a 3/3 with Blood Rush. Pay a red, discard this thing, and target attacking creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. It's not terrible. Not my favorite guy, though. Beacon Bolt. 1, a blue, and a red. Deals damage to target creature equal to the total number of instant and sorceries you own in exile and in your grave. Ooh. Counts both. The only downside is only doing it to a creature. If it did it to a player, this would be an amazing card. It does have Jumpstart, though, so you can play it a second time. Not bad. Final Vengeance. 1 black. As an additional cost to cast this, you have to sacrifice a creature or enchantment to exile a target creature. It is Duskmourn. It is pretty, but probably not something I'm going to end up playing. Ooh, that I might play, though. Kaya, Bane of the Dead. 3 and either 3 white or 3 black, or a combination of the two. Your opponents and permanents your opponents control with hexproof can be targets of spells and abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof. -3 exile target creature. She starts at 7, but you're going to have to find a way to proliferate her or you're going to kill her pretty quick. Basically, she only has enough loyalty to do her ability twice. I don't think you can actually play the ability if you don't have enough to pay the cost. So I'm pretty sure she would get down to 1 loyalty and then just sit there until somebody killed her. City Watch Sphinx. 5 and a blue for a 5/4, and when it dies, surveil 2. It also has flying. Not bad. We pulled Smeagol again. Stoop and I were talking about how much we wanted to build Smeagol last for Commander Core Creator Challenge, and it didn't work out. Or Mono Red. Either one would have been much more entertaining for us. But yeah. Now that I have 2 copies, I'm going to have to build this probably as a commander in 1 and then use the other one in a 99 or something. But it's a great card. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, the ring tempts you. And whenever the ring tempts you, target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped under your control, and the rest go into their graveyard. So basically, it's a great way to mill out somebody's deck. That's my first grade of the day, but this one actually feels alright. It is a great way to mill out somebody's deck and get yourself extra lands onto the battlefield. So pretty solid legendary for sure. Hunter's Edge. 3 and a green. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then it deals damage equal to its power to a creature you don't control. Nice. I always like these spells better than the fight ones because I don't like losing my creature as part of the negotiation. Pacifism? I think I read somewhere that this is actually a really good... like it came in as like something that's worth a lot of value recently. Like it upticked a whole bunch. Pay 1 and a white, enchant creature. The enchanted creature can't attack or block. It's pretty straightforward. I don't know why exactly it came up more expensive. It is not technically old school. It's 93 to 2005 on this one, but it is still a good card, so we'll still go into the front section. Beck and Call. We've pulled this one before. You can play both costs, but it's going to cost you a shite ton of mana. It ends up being 8 total if you want to play both. If you do play both, you get, whenever a creature enters the battlefield this turn, you may draw a card and put 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield. So basically, if you do this both at the same time, every bird that comes into play is going to give you an extra card into your hand, which isn't bad. That is a pretty decent exchange, but 8 mana is a lot. So, oops, I've made it upside down. Village Rites. We've seen that a few times. It's not a terrible card. I don't think I need more copies of it right now, though, so I will put that one to the back. We've got the unfortunate guy that just we keep pulling ridiculous amounts of copies of. We don't need this at all. And Eternal Taskmaster. 1 and a black for 2/3. Enters tapped. Whenever it attacks, you can pay 2 and a black. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's not terrible. It is very convoluted, as in there's a lot of steps to it. But it's not terrible. But I mean, this is another decent pack. It's not as good as the first few packs for sure, but it is a decent pack, guys. All right. Well, I mean, I am stoked about this episode of Dollarama Draws of Destiny. I think my favorite card of the day is probably going to be the Tombbound Lich, just because I'm a zombie lover and that is an insanely good card. You're getting a lot of draw and discard value, so you're getting through your deck a lot. Plus, it's got Death Touch and Lifelink, insanely good. Definitely my favorite pull of the day. Let me know in the comments what your favorite pull of the day was. We've definitely had a lot of good choices. Marshall Coop is probably my second choice. Or no, Brianlin, Vampire Knock, Nighthawk, and Marshall Coop are probably tied for second, which all came out of the same pack. But anyways, I'm going to cap it off there. Hopefully I can get some Kaiba stuff tacked on to the end of this video for you guys. Or maybe I will save it into 2 parts and split it up or something. Anyways, much love to you all from Kaiba at home and I in the car to you. Take care. Have a great Tuesday. Bye. You happy it works again? Hit the button. Ready? Here it comes. Who's a good boy? Kaiba's a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, you happy? You a happy boy? Yeah. That's my angel. Whoop. Shut up in your bum. Oh my goodness. Yeah? Yeah? Is it fun? Yeah? Good boy.